These are red flame, seedless grape, red flame, white grape. It's all $1 a pound. Mix them up, ladies.
If there is anywhere in Rochester where the past seems to live alongside the present, surely it is at the public market.
$75 $1, 75.75.
Here, you got a pound and a half in here. You want broccoli over there, ladies? We got
Early on a
broccoli for you.
Saturday morning, the sons and daughters of immigrant families that built Rochester mingle with the newcomers. They shop and they haggle and listen to the sounds of the marketplace.
All this grape $1 a pound here, ladies. Peaches are 75 a pound.
The old ethnic lines are blurred now. Mike Carney's name tells of his Irish ancestry. His wife comes from Italian stock. He's worked the market for 18 years.
Oh, sure, overnight when they're blowing everybody up, what'd I be over there for? I'd be in trouble over there, right?
If the old European accents are fading, the new sounds are likely to be Asian or Mid-Eastern. But what they say isn't new at all.
I miss the food, and second, I miss the language, because I don't have too much opportunity to speak my language, and I don't want to forget it.
My father was a welder in Lebanon and masoner, and he came down here, and we were actually penniless. We had nothing.
Down the aisles, there's another immigrant story you can hear, too. However rough it is for the new crowd, the old groups claim they had it worse.
They got it made.
How so?
They got it made. They get everything handed to them.
Mm-hmm.
I figure. Mm-hmm. Look what I take in here. See what I take in here?
Yeah?
What are these?
What are those?
Those food stamps. People walk up to me with $500 of these in their hands.
Mm-hmm. So it's a lot easier than it was when your grandparents
came. Things are handed to them.
The early immigrant groups, the Irish, the German, and Italian, really did have it rough in ways that are almost impossible to imagine in the abundance of the 1980s. This market has an old-time feel to it, but 100 years ago, life was very different. Immigrants in those days lived and died crowded together in decrepit tenements alongside the Genesee. Children often spent their days in work and utter poverty. Many wondered aloud why they had come to America at all.
Girls, we got seedless grape for you. We got white grape. We got red grape. It's all cheap.
Rochester today is wealthy beyond the dreams of the early immigrants. Some of their children have forgotten what it was like to be a stranger in a strange land. Tomorrow we'll meet a family that still remembers.
To two great ladies, the one that we're honoring here and the one in the harbor. May your torches keep burning.
David Burns, News Center 13.
Okay, you want to do the honors, Katie?
It was 75 years ago that Katie Mantelli first came to the United States. Her children have their own children now, but the family still gets together to remember the old days.
They used to have it 3 times a day, a
We
week.
had to roll out the big sheets and unfold them and then take the sharp knife and slice each one. Isn't that what they call fettuccine? A fettuccine has a slice, right?
Yes.
Katie was only 13 years old when she and her older sister sailed from Italy into New York Harbor and first saw the Statue of Liberty.
I remember when we were on a boat, and when we arrived to New York, and we saw the Statue of Liberty, everybody lifted a hand. Ecco la Statua della Libertà. Viva l'America!
Next stop, Ellis Island. She and her sister already had a relative here that helped them through the gateway and into New York.
I did so many jobs. The first job I was on a silk mill for 50 cents a day. We used to fill the spools, silk spools.
That looks great.
Ready for the spaghetti?
No spaghetti for the children, just peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, okay?
This is a special occasion.
The years have been mostly good to Katie Mantelli. She married an Italian man who lived in Charlotte. They saw tough times together. The grocery store they had failed in the Depression, but at family gatherings, her memory settles on the good years.
It was one big family the olden days. What they used to do, they used to sit in the backyard, playing the accordion, and buy the beer by the pail. You buy 10 cents, you go to a bar, you buy 10 cents worth of beer, and you get a pail of beer. And they used to drink a beer, and they used to sing. It was a nice feeling.
I'd like to make a toast to two great ladies, the one that we're honoring here and the one in the harbor. May your torches keep burning. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Does 75 years ago seem like a long time ago, or does it seem like yesterday?
No, It don't seem that long. No, time goes fast.
It goes fast, right.
75 years and half a world away from Italy. So much has changed that only an old person would understand, but now there are so few left who remember the great adventure of the immigrants who built modern America.
Thank you.
Oh, there it is. I'd love to see this.
Now you
Oh,
see,
look at how
there
terrific Dad looks.
Now here's Grandpa lifting the bridge. See? He lifts first one side and then the other. You see the bridge going up?
There goes the bridge going up. You can tell he enjoyed that job.
Oh, it goes 24 hours a day. The only time it's off is on Sunday.
He was so proud when he used to do that. I know, I wish he was here.
David Burns, News Center 13.
The original. Then they,
To judge by appearances, the Sarkis family is doing well in America. A backyard family get-together brings out 10 children and 10 more grandchildren. 20 years ago, Tania Sarkis lived in Lebanon, not far from Beirut. Today, the country is torn by war. But then there was peace, and Tanius traveled to America only to visit an elderly uncle.
I come first over here to visit. After we look, nice country, beautiful country, United States. My uncle's telling me, you like United States? I tell him, sure, I like United States. So you like to stay? I tell him, yes, I like to stay over here.
It took a couple of years of working before he could bring over his wife and their children, and it took even longer before they could buy a little pastry shop on West Main Street. The children have their own lives now, but sometimes they come back to help make the Lebanese bread that once kept them all alive.
It seems like it's really a dream because I'm torn between two countries. I've been here 18 years. And I'm so used to it, and I think it's great.
The family has had its problems here. Tanius was once stabbed during a holdup, but the Sarkis family has little criticism of America.
It's like God took us out of there, out of that country there, and brought us over with 10 kids. We appreciate being in this country, and I can't see how people take, complain about living here.
Maybe it takes a while to understand that Americans have been complaining since the days of King George. That's how we got where we are. But to so many newcomers, what we complain about these days seems paltry by comparison to problems in the rest of the world. No doubt the young Sarkis children will grow and someday argue the fine points of American democracy. But the great promise of America that has drawn generations of immigrants is easy to find even at a backyard party. It's the simple promise, so rare in the world, that here tomorrow can be better than today.
I love America because America helped me and helped my children. I like my children and grandchildren to stay in the United States. No come back to Lebanon.
David Burns, News Center 13.
I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty of which
the words have been spoken by millions of immigrants. They are the magical words that finally open the golden door.
My dear fellow citizens,
men, women, and children from 35 countries took the oath at this ceremony yesterday at Fort Niagara. Many, like the Pethamavong family, already have roots well set in America. In Laos, Kamban was a salesman and living well, but the communists took over in the mid-70s and the family fled to Thailand to avoid arrest. 2 years later, the family made their way to Batavia with the help of a local church.
Because I like freedom country, because in my country before the freedom, but company took it. I don't like it. I come to United States.
It was different, you know, and the food and stuff. Like the first day we went to lunch, and we had pizza, and we didn't know how to eat it.
Most of people, they like us. Like, you know, when they come here, you play soccer, and I was pretty good soccer, you know, and most people know me from there.
Don't step here, okay?
In Laos, the revolutionary dream of cultivating a perfect society became a nightmare. In America, the garden plants may have to grow in orderly rows, but the Pathamavongs say they are free to grow as they wish. America makes its own demands of its citizens, of course. The list seems to get longer every year. And anyone who watches the news knows that we are far from a perfect society. The new immigrants will surely change America, as the old immigrants already have. And new groups will absorb America's culture, whether hot dogs and baked beans or politics. The nation of the stars and stripes, after all, was built of the flesh of 100 countries. David Burns, News Center 13.